No idea how this is going to run today. We shall see. Might just be in and out real quick here. Never know. We shall see. Never know, never know, never know. Alright, let's see what we got. Tried to run one yesterday or a little bit and it was terrible. So I just logged back out. I'm not gonna fight bad servers. Let somebody else do it. Yeah, we let somebody else do them things. Okay, let's go. Great picture of the load-in screen. It's definitely where it's at. Go. Got a comm link here. Yeah, I guess we do. Didn't say so, but there it goes. No matter what we do today or tomorrow or next few weeks, it really doesn't matter. Get ready to get a server wipe. So if you have credits, might as well spend them. Although whatever you spend them all ain't gonna make any difference, boy. It's real laggy. Real laggy here. Don't know if this is going to be worth a lot of lag spikes. Is this bad? It's very bad when you're running it in VR. Just twists everything up because it's constantly resetting itself. Yeah, I think we got too many lag spikes here today. Really heavy and lag spikes. Oh. Huh. Came up destroyed and all of a sudden it's there. Don't know.
Your ship has been delivered to the following landing pad.
And we got stereo. That's not good. Yeah, I'm thinking this is not running very good. Lag spikes all over the place. Yep, this may not be a good idea. Like I say, it's just not really worth fighting when it's running bad. It can be tough on Fridays and Saturday to get on a decent server. Just the way Star Citizen's going to be for the next 5 years, I think. Whoops, somebody went the wrong way. Huh. Somebody didn't pay any attention to where he was going. Yeah, this is not running real smooth here today. it does have its motors, it looks like. It doesn't appear empty today. So it just, let's see if we can do something. It really doesn't matter if we crash. Everything's getting wiped in a couple weeks anyway. And not like you can use the credits for anything. Not running very well. Yeah, a lot of lag spikes. Start up. Start up.
Reinforcing shield. Acknowledged.
Aegis combat assist activated. Systems green.
Yeah, we're not running very well here. See how jerky it is. Headset's trying to move my view and it keeps lag spiking, so it's jumping. Okay, let's try takeoff. Takeoff.
Ascending to 30 meters. Retracting modules. Handing you the comm.
Landing gear retracted.
Didn't get much of a takeoff.
Power to forward shields.
Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Contact. Contact.
We'll see how it acts when we get away from the server. Bunch of cutlasses out flying around. Somebody in a Connie. Star map.
Activating now.
Whoops, let's go the other way. Let's see what we can get this thing to do today. Close star map.
Affirmative.
Yeah, I don't know, guys. We shall see. Jump.
Jumping.
Quantum travel initiated.
Being real touchy today. Real touchy.
Quantum travel complete.
Oh, let's see. 362, we're not going to do. Boy, we can't even move here. The lag spikes have got us locked in. Yeah, this is probably not going to be a good idea. See, we're in roll and it just won't even roll smoothly. It's just, it's not frame rate, it's lag spikes. Not running very good here on a Saturday evening, afternoon, evening. I think it's evening. Yeah, I can tell easily when I'm in the HMD because your head movement is jerky when you're lag spiking too much. As long as there's no lag spikes, you're really smooth and you don't mind some lag spikes, but has nothing to do with frame rate. Frame rate seems to be decent when it's not spiking. But it's been my experience, Fridays and Saturdays are not very good days to run Star Citizen. Higher server loads, I'm sure, is an issue. your playability in Star Citizen is about 90% based on your server you happen to land on. You can not really pick a server, pick a region, but you can't pick a server. It just, when one gets full, they plop you to the next one. If you sometimes on weekends you'll start out on a really good one, and then as people join it, the performance goes downhill. I personally don't find a frame rate issue. I find a lag spike issue. See, right now we're lag spiking almost constantly. And now we got a break here. We're not not spiking. So it's possible it'll clear up here. Maybe. And with the new patch 3.2 releasing by the end of the month, or hopefully, I would expect performance to actually go down. I don't expect it to go up. I expect new bugs, as well as most of the old ones. I think people will be expecting too much, and the forum is going to be full of people who are complaining. But this is an alpha test build. It's not a game. And if you don't want to fight the performance, best thing you can do is just log out and not worry about it. See how much it's jumping? I'm moving my head. It's catching a lag spike, and then it's got to catch up with the movement. I imagine the same thing happens to people using Track IR for look around. I'm sure it's not near as noticeable when you're not in HMD and using your head tracking, but when you are head tracking, it becomes very noticeable every time it spikes. Unless you're holding your head completely still, of course. Now, you can turn off head tracking in your HMD and make it run like a regular monitor. You can do that, but and the whole idea of running it in VR is being able to use it in VR. So I don't bother. It is what it is, and if it's too bad, I just log out and try another time. Just makes more sense to me. Change view.
Affirmative.
This ship also gets its rework. I understand it's in 3.2 at the moment. Don't mean it'll make the PU, but it is in the Avocati test build, I guess. I think that even though the ship is going to get bigger, this Titan is going to lose cargo space, I do believe. By 2 SCU, if I read what I read correctly. We carry 8 now in cargo. In the new rework, we only carry 6. So, for whatever that's worth to everybody, I won't even swear it's true. Change view.
Change camera.
So even though the ship is bigger, we'll have less usable cargo space. The cabin will be bigger. They'll have space reserved for components that we can't use for cargo. Even if you have the Stalker, which is a bounty hunter package, it goes from, what is it, 6 bounty hunter pods to 4. So yes, the ship is getting bigger, but
Contact.
what we're going to be using on it is getting smaller. If I read everything correctly, who knows? They have not updated the ship manifest, so they never do. I would think with the 3.2 getting ready to launch, they would update it to the new specs, but that takes more work than they're willing to do, I guess. We will see. Yeah, I don't wish the head tracking wouldn't be jumping.
Contact.
Definitely pretty bad today. I could cut out the sensitivity, I guess, but then I don't have near as much head movement to look around and move around. Yes, I just like to set a game up and leave it alone instead of having to move things around all the time because of variation in performance per server. We have found the atmosphere.
Contact.
And somebody is down at the base. Come on, spikes. Go away. Somebody's taken off. Landing mode.
The gear is down and locked.
Landing gear deployed.
Yes, it'll be interesting to see what this little Titan winds up with here in a couple weeks. If we actually do lose some cargo space, which I think we're going to. Sorry to break everybody's bubble, but even though the ship's bigger, I'm pretty sure we're losing cargo.
Proximity alert. Head.
Yeah, get over it.
Proximity alert. Port.
Oh, too far.
Jump.
Change view.
Acknowledged.
Change view.
Change camera.
CERES-01 I hope you didn't read right. Do you plan to keep the Titan or switch to something else?
No, I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna see what it turns into here. I really think it's going to be one of the best ships a new player can have when the game launches because it's so versatile. You'll be able to do a little cargo, you'll be able to do the missions. I'm definitely not going to be one who jumps right in my Connie and tries to run it all the way.
The underscore flea 28 do the thing.
Yeah, we're just, so we'll see how it goes. You know, the game is going to change so much before release for anybody to get too worried about what ships they have, I think. We really don't know what we're going to wind up with. Server is not running all that well today. For some reason, everything is really sensitive. Okay, let's see if we can't.
Z-Night Stalker fellow streamer here. You are the first person I've seen play this in VR. How do you like it?
I love the difference. You give up your resolution, of course, but playing any game in VR, even if it's not full VR like 360 VR, playing it in 3D and all you can see is what you're doing is just totally amazing in any game, especially this one. I don't mind the little bit less resolution. It's not really that much. It's not that bad. Boy, this thing is just wanting to be really jumpy today. But once you do it, lag spikes all over the place. Let's see if I can't recenter here. Once you try it, I don't know. I don't see anybody ever going back. And I could be wrong, of course. Boy, this is just being really, really super sensitive.
CERES-01 The Titan doesn't seem to have any downsides, unless you're one of those people that thinks every ship with a bed needs a toilet.
Yeah, you know, I read that on the forums today myself, and I'm thinking, seriously, is this what we got to complain about? You know, okay, this is really starting to aggravate me here. Mouse is being real sensitive today for some reason. Might have to turn something down. Yeah, I just don't. I think for the average person, or for the majority of people who start playing this game, I think the Titan, the Avenger Titan, ought to have a game package with it. I think that's all they need to buy. And they'll be happy.
Night Stalker beds are for short hauls.
Yes.
Beds and bathrooms are for long distance exploration.
Exactly. And you're not going to, let's be realistic. I don't care if the ship's a Pathfinder, you're not going to spend a lot of time in it if it's not a decent sized ship.
CERES-01 yet.
But, you know, people want their little bitty Auroras to be able to do everything. And I guess I can understand that to an extent, but it's not really practical. And I think many people are going to find out in the future, they see these big ships and they're going to want them. And then they're going to decide after they have them, they're not going to want them, because who wants... You're forced to have crew all the time to be able to enjoy it. And yes, I know we can hire NPCs and stuff, but none of us know how that's going to work out yet. Startup.
Acknowledged.
And it may work out just fine. I mean, don't get me wrong. But the game is so far in its infancy right now. See if I can turn down some sensitivity on this. That sucker is just wanting to take off here. So we'll see. Oh, turned it down all the way. That didn't work out well, did it? Nope, that ain't gonna work. Turned my head tracking completely off.
Night Stalker, I was the same way, but I ended up getting some pretty big ships because I do have a dedicated crew to help me run them instead of using NPCs.
Yeah, see, that's everything. You know, I've got a Connie, Aquila, and I don't know if I'm going to like it or not. You know what, I may wind up melting the damn thing because I don't want a ship that big. You know, I want to do the exploration stuff, but if it's going to be a pain in the ass, I don't want to mess with it if I have to run crew all the time. Raise landing gear.
Gear coming up.
Like I say, we're not far enough into the builds. Why am I... We're just not far enough into the builds yet to really... to make, you know, intelligent decisions, I don't think. game is just running real funny today for some reason.
Contact.
Z-Night Stalker true, my org mission is exploration and cargo hauling.
Yes, and I thought that Eychimo would be a nice little split between the two, you know what I mean? It'll hold decent cargo as long as you don't have the rover in it. It will do exploring with the rover, so it's a nice, and you can take the rover out and put in a bike. And then still haul cargo. So I thought, you know, here's a little bit of do everything. I got the Titan because I figure when I start out, the game is not going to be easy. I don't want to risk a big ship when wasting my time running it. Let's be realistic. I'd rather just get my feet wet slowly. Star map.
Activating now.
And I want to find out, I haven't bought a prospector, but I want to check out the mining, but even still we'll be able to check it out a little bit, but that's not really going to be the way mining
Z-Night
is in the
Stalker,
game.
I have the Andromeda and I'm really looking forward to exploration with it.
Yes, I think it'll make a nice ship for that. Close star map. Close star map.
Affirmative.
Shouldn't have to go too far here, should we? Sell them? Nah. Yeah, well, maybe. Flag spikes. Let me back off the curb some. Maybe if I back off the curbs a little bit. Flight. Look, am I in mouse? Yes, I am. Awful sensitive on the mouse here. Keep playing and playing and playing, never get it right. That might help. Trouble is, you back off the curves so much, your head tracking is based on mouse movement, of course. So if you back it off too much, you lose all your head tracking. So I'm trying not to lose, and it's different if you're on the ground than if you are in your cockpit too, which doesn't make matters any easier. Getting it set how you like it. Why are we losing speed here? Did I hit the wrong button? Yep, obviously I did. But I think for most people, once you play it in an HMD in your headset, you're not really going to want to go back.
Z-Night Stalker, are you still using a keyboard to control the ship?
No, I've got dual joysticks. You probably heard I use voice attack, and I've also got an Xbox 360 controller set up for when I'm walking around on the ground or using a rover or something. But so basically I never have to use my keyboard because I have enough of the key bindings covered between my joysticks, my controller, and voice attack that I don't have to worry about the keyboard. Because if you did have to worry about your keyboard, you'd go nuts. There's just too many key bindings.
Z-Night Stalker, wow, that's kinda ingenious.
Yeah, there's too many key bindings in Star Citizen, too many different aspects of the game where you have to use so many different key bindings that you would never be able to run it if you were in a headset. You have the same thing in Star Citizen. If you play WoW, you know how WoW is. You have so many key bindings you use when you're raiding and stuff. It's the same thing. If you're playing WoW in VR, you have to use a WoW mapper or a mapper of some sort to be able to map a keypad, or you'll never be able to play because you just can't access your keyboard when you're in an HMD. I mean, you can raise it and look at it and hit a key once in a while, but you really can't play. And if you do try, it just breaks your immersion, which is the whole idea of being able to run it in VR, is for the immersion. And that's why I like running it in VR, is because I want the immersion. I don't get quite as fancy a graphics. Well, I get the same graphics, I just don't have the resolution. I can't run it in 4K or 1440p. I can only run it what the Rift, the HMD allows me to run it in. Which is still pretty good resolution. People claim it's not that much less than 1080p resolution. People don't understand that. It's really not that much less.
Z-Night Stalker, have you tried dog fighting yet?
Yes.
I think I would get sick spinning my head around looking for the enemy.
It is a completely different animal when you dogfight in an HMD. You get bounced around a lot. You see how the cockpit's working now? Well, even when you get shot at, things hit your ship, missiles, it jerks you around, your head flops. It is a totally different experience. And you notice when you're dogfighting, when you're flying your plane, and like Arena Commander, you don't really have any sense of movement. You don't feel like you're rushing toward targets. You don't feel like you're flying by out. You just see them. Well, let me tell you, when you're in your HMD, everything is flying at you. You're ducking, you're moving. You come up on that asteroid real quick. You try to move your head out of the way. It feels like you are speeding. It's a whole complete different experience. Which like I say, I think it's worth giving up the resolution for it. Jump.
Jumping.
Now, some people are not going to agree with that. They'd rather have the 4K resolution. But it's something you almost have to try before you make a decision. People are making a decision without even trying it, and you have to try it and then base your decision. Or go over to a friend's house or something and try it and see what it's like.
Z-Night Stalker, I have never tried VR before, so I don't have an opinion.
Yes.
I'm running 4K now.
Yes, I mean, don't get me wrong. 4K is beautiful. Make no mistake about it. But I gladly give up 4K to be able to run in the Oculus Rift for the immersion. And like I say, not everybody's going to have. You know, I grew up with 640 by 480 monitors. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking, yeah, this Rift's a whole lot better than what I grew up with. Jump.
Jumping.
But it's something you got to try before you let somebody else's opinion say. Now, it's not 4K. It's, you know, make no mistake about it. I do not have, even in my, I don't have that sharpness. But I do have what you can't get. I have the feeling of actually being there. And to me, that's worth the resolution.
Z-Night Stalker, true.
But like I say, there are people who have tried it and don't like it because they got to have their 4K. You know, yeah. I don't need the 4K. I want to have fun. I like
Z-Night Stalker, does the Oculus come with hand controllers?
Yes, it has touch controllers. They come with Oculus touch controllers, and you can actually use them in this game, believe it or not. I don't, because I don't like them. There's not enough buttons on them. And then but you can use them all the time, but the trouble is you have limited access to what you can do with them without switching out controllers to your Oculus touch controllers to your Xbox 360. It's much easier to play using joysticks and a throttle or dual joysticks plus a game pad than it is trying to use your touch controllers. And believe it or not, your touch controllers will actually show up in game, even in Star Citizen, through VorpX. But all you see is your touch controllers. It's not like it adds anything to your experience. Unlike in some games, it shows up as your hands or something like that. That doesn't do that in Star Citizen. It just shows up as the actual touch controllers. And I don't believe Vives do, even in VorpX, because it doesn't have the same type of sensors on them, is from what I understand. I understand you can't see the Vive wands, but it's not because it's not capable, it's just because the sensors are different. But you know, HTC Vive Pro now has got a whole lot better resolution now than the Oculus. It's a whole lot more money, of course. But you have your standard HTC Vive, and now you have a Vive Pro. And the Vive Pro, I think, we're 900 resolution on the back end on the Oculus and the regular Vive. I think the Vive Pro is $13.99, so that's like running 1440p or close enough. It makes no difference. I mean, I'm not willing to spend another $1,000 on another headset, but sooner or later, those higher, the low price on those are going to come down too. But yes, people just don't understand the difference when you're just like me. I'm looking around. Just use, it's a completely different experience when you're immersed in the game versus you're looking at the game. And you have a lot of oh shit moments when you come up on things you're not expecting. All of a sudden there's an asteroid there, or you're on the, you see what I mean, or you're running on the ground in a hover bike, and next thing you know there's a rock in front of you. There's a lot of oh shit moments. And it makes you cringe because that's what VR does. You duck and run. When you're terrain following, like here, we're way off the surface of we have no reference points around us. But when we're terrain following, or we're in an asteroid field, or when we're on the ground, you actually have the sensation of speed when you're covering over the ground because it feels like it's rushing towards you. Where on the monitor, it's just passing, but you're not immersed in it. You can see your whole monitor. And unfortunately, Star Citizen isn't built for VR from the ground up, which I think is a mistake, but that's their decision. But they're having trouble making it show up on your monitor, much less 360. So I'd imagine how bad the performance would be if they did that. Yes, I tell everybody to give it a try. I don't think anybody will be sorry And it's really not hard to get set up. I mean, you have to do a little fussing when you first start it up, depending on what your rig's capable of doing. But you can get it tuned in where it's pretty sweet.
Sway 1, hi my friend.
Hey, how we doing tonight, Sway? Now see, when I logged in, the server was running really bad. It's not running too bad now. Usually it degrades, it doesn't get better.
Sway 1, I am good here doing some running around.
Yeah, I did all that earlier. Yeah, I just figured I'd come in here this afternoon or early this evening, see if I could get a stream in. I tried earlier today and it was really bad, and I tried yesterday and it was really bad. So I didn't bother. And it didn't seem to start out very well, but it's kind of smoothed out here, so.
Sway 1, it did the same last night and then I died, and when I came back it was running smooth.
Yeah, like I say, I think it's so much server based. The servers you get on, if you're lucky enough, even when you server hop, there's no guarantee you're going to get on a different server.
Sway 1, let's get on later.
Yeah, I might pop back in later after I do this quick little run here.
Sway 1, if you're available.
Landing mode.
Lowering landing gear.
Landing gear deployed.
Yeah, see, I haven't had any lag spikes for a while or nothing. Boy, when I started out, it was really rough. And I have noticed my motors, I can hear my motors today all the time. Hear that? Hear them firing up in the background? Normally they quiet out after I'm up to speed. Change view.
As you wish.
Don't want to land on anything. Change view.
Change camera.
That wasn't too bad. Whoops. Come on, open up. Oh, guess I went a little too far there. Oh, I should have checked and see if we had a drop-off mission here. I forgot all about it. Not close enough? Not close enough. Got a cat trying to help. Retry. Such is life. Well. Gonna work this time. Okay, let's make one more run here. We got time. Let's buy medical supplies. See, we're lag spiking now. That's terrible. Let me back out. No lag spikes. Now I realize that I probably bought too much, but I really don't care if we go broke, because in a couple weeks they're gonna wipe all the credits anyway. And it's not like there's any use for them. Now once we can start buying ships and stuff in the game, that'll be sweet. Or weapon upgrades. I mean, I don't mean FPS weapons, I mean for our ships and stuff. But as you can see, that it is just absolutely gorgeous running it in 3D. Even if we do not have 360 like normal VR does. But still, you have your complete field of view with your head tracking. You can turn, you can't, I mean, you can't turn around like you can in VR and look behind you. Well, you can, but you just, it's not the same. But like I say, I really enjoy it. As soon as you get your control scheme worked out, and that does take a little bit of doing to get everything mapped to your joysticks and a 360 controller. So, but once you get it all mapped out, it's great. Startup.
Acknowledged.
Aegis combat assist activated.
Takeoff.
Systems green.
Takeoff.
Just going to go to Tram and Myers here, so I'm just going to gain altitude here, and then we're going to look for it just by sweeping to the left and right. I'll see our lag spikes are back. That's a shame. Should be about 700 clicks away, 70 clicks away, excuse me. There we go. Here it is. Now this little run here will make you lots of money depending on the size of your ship. And if you can fill it up. Starting 5,000 credits, you cannot fill it up, but I'm to the point now I can fill this one up. So it's almost, for 70 clicks, you'll make almost, with 8 SCU, you'll make almost 1,000 credits on this little 5-minute jaunt. And it's a shame we're at nighttime instead of on the daytime, because it's really a trip flying across the ground in VR. And whatever you do, never believe the altimeter. If you can't see it, err to the side of, see this, we're coming up on this rise here. The altimeter works off sea level, and we have no idea what sea level is. So, especially at night, make sure you keep an eye on the horizon, because you will belly slide. I've done it enough times. But yeah, this is a whole lot of fun in the daylight, running across the ground like this in an HMD. Just feel like you're absolutely, literally flying. Have a full sensation of speed. And of course, the closer to the ground you fly, the faster it feels like you're going. A lot of lag spikes again all of a sudden. Thought we got rid of them. Guess we better slow down a little bit here. I get carried away and I'll crash. Not that I've ever done that, of course.
Contact.
Tram and Myers is not an armistice zone, I don't think. I know the last one we were at was, Hicks is. Landing mode.
Deploying gear.
Landing gear deployed.
He might actually be out on a rover or bike. He's parked off full far away. Or he might just have an awfully big ship. We'll find out here. Yeah, he's pretty good size sitting there. I'm not sure what he has, but Starfarer maybe? Alright, let me pay attention to what I'm doing here before I crash. Still looking over at him. I'll run us into something here. Change view.
As you wish.
looking good. Scoot over and move up.
Landing gear raised.
No. Landing mode.
Deploying landing gear.
Well, that would have been cute. Land without landing gear down. I don't think it actually hurt anything. Change view.
Change camera.
Yeah, I'm not sure it'll would actually hurt anything as long as you didn't slam it down on the ground. Spike. Oh, he's doing a mission, it looks like, carrying cargo boxes.
Shiva's right foot, when you spawn an Avenger, they slam it on the pad.
Yes, and when you fire it up, it floats, bounces. But they all do that. Hell, my Connie, I spawn it, it's usually on the pad crooked. Or one side up in the air, the other side on the ground. Yeah, they don't have all the physics worked out yet on all these things. Well, see, there's a healthy profit. Okay, let's, whoops, that's not what I meant to do. Let's see, we'll go back, open it back up. Let's go to buy. We'll waste some more money. I will not have enough to fill this little ship up. This stuff is, this Lauronite is expensive crap. High profit item though at Olisar. And it doesn't look like they have any. Son of a gun. Let's see if we bake out. Maybe out. Somebody might have purchased it all. That happens. Just don't believe we have any available here. Let's try and clear this again. There we go. Nope, not gonna let us buy any. Son of a gun. Oh, didn't sell our stuff. What the hell? Could have swore we just sold it. Did not take, obviously. Whoops. Make up your mind here. I've either got a full cargo hold or I don't. Okay, that's just weird. It says Well, I know we sold it because of our... Huh. Guess it's just bugged out. Because it's definitely not letting us... Son of a gun. Don't know what to do about that. I've never had that happen before. Definitely sold what we had.
Shiva's right foot diamond.
No, it's not letting us. It hasn't cleared out what we already... Our cargo hold is really empty. See this? But it's showing that there's 8 SCU in it, but there's nothing in it. So it's not letting me buy anything. Because it thinks it's just a bug. See, when I hit sell, see it's showing up here, I've got 8 SCU in it. Well, we already sold it, I can tell by the amount of credits. And then when I bring it down for the Titan, it is empty. But there's just nothing in the ship. Maybe if we walk back out through the door or something, we'll come back in and try it. It's no biggie, obviously it's just a bug. For whatever reason. It still thinks my ship's full. Okay, we cycled through the doors. Well, let's see if this makes any difference. Were we in a lag spike? Yeah. Let's see if going back in makes any difference. Sometimes you walk away, do something different, it'll fix itself. I mean, if we can, it's no big deal. It's not like I need the credits for everything. See, it says right now I have that's just stuck. Just stuck. Just a bug.
Shiva's right foot, good luck. I've got to go to the gym today, but I thought I'd drop in for a minute. Take care.
Alright, have fun. Good luck. Don't work too hard. Alright, now it'll let me buy. Alright. There we go. We'll try that. Come on, lag spike. Go away. Wow. Yeah, server's not running very well here. You can never tell. Just one more stop to make and then we'll be clear. We did manage to make a cargo runs, so it's not been a total loss. Startup.
Acknowledged.
Aegis combat assist.
Takeoff.
Ascending.
Green.
Takeoff.
Ascending. Retracting modules. Handing you the con.
Raise landing gear.
Deployed.
Raise landing gear.
Landing gear up.
Landing gear retracted.
Okay, let's get out of the atmosphere here. We'll be able to. Up, up, and away. Star map.
Activating now.
Didn't look like a star map to me, lady. Close star map.
Affirmative.
Tick, tick, tick. I just have to get out of the atmosphere. And we'll have a green light. Poor boy. Poor boy. Well, if I had a stalker, I could stick him in a bounty hunter pod. Oh, goodness. Some days it seems like we have more stars than others. Okay, there's our green light. Jump.
Jumping.
Quantum travel initiated.
Star map.
Activating now.
Quantum travel complete.
Close star map.
Affirmative.
Let's see, I should have gone left, huh? Should have gone left. I knew that. Jump.
Jumping.
Quantum travel initiated.
Contact. Holy shit, look at all the people.
Quantum travel complete. Contact.
Lots of people today. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Just a quick count. Just at Olisar who are in their ship, so you know this server's busy. Know it. Hopefully it won't be so bad we can't land though. Landing mode.
Initiating landing protocols.
Landing gear deployed.
So our forward progress stops here. Well, okay. Mobile glass. Mobile glass.
Displayed.
Well, you are not doing your job, lady. Close mobile glass. Okay, looks like we got our pad there.
Contact.
Hell, the whole station's taken off. It's in quantum travel. Look out. Say, look out. I'd say that's definitely a bug. That's probably playing hell with server performance. Isn't affecting us too bad, though. Auto land.
Automated landing activated.
That's just weird, isn't it? Kind of pretty. Definitely quantum travel field. Definitely what that is. Well, I think we're on the ground.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
Looks like we go this way. If we get by the flag spikes, we're good to go. Well, Nice of them to have a door ready for me. It's awfully nice of them. Well, open up, door. Oh, come on. I keep this up and I'm gonna crash. Shit. Are you gonna let me through the door, aren't you? Come on. You know what? I'm not gonna risk it anymore. It wants to play games. We'll just walk around because I keep that up and we'll crash out. And I just soon not do that when I got a load of cargo. But once again, it really doesn't matter. So what we want to do, we want to sell. And there we have it. Complete cargo run for one. Let's see, what do we make? We made 1, 2, 3, 4 stops. 1,500 credits. Can't go wrong with that. We're gonna call it quits here and do something else for a little bit. Thanks everybody for watching. Enjoyed the conversations. Okay. Yep.